Hey yo, it is I, the Great Taco, with just a build tutorial. I might do more of these in the future on like Bionicle mocks and such, but this one's small enough and easy enough to do that I figured I would do it. So, this is like a little shark mech, as you probably saw from the thumbnail and title, but you know, this is a little mech for a shark. I thought it was funny to do one day. So, here goes. So, without further ado, here's the actual tutorial. So, we're going to start shark art static for now. This will be the last that we put on, as the rest of the build kind of requires that we have a good view of the actual face. So, the first step is actually getting the torso part together, which starts with this piece here. This is very useful, has a lot of studs on it. And so, yeah. We're going to start off by putting on these little ball joint pieces. I believe they first came in Nexonites, but they've come in many more sets in this color than the original color. So, just going to put those in the front there to kind of get so that that's where the legs will attach. Now the next thing we're going to do is going to put, you need a stud with a hole through it. Just down to the back, and then a Exoforce claw through that. And technically speaking, the stud isn't necessary. It just gives it a better anchor point, because without it, it does fall off very easily. Then we're going to attach a lightsaber hilt, and then some of these. I don't even know what the piece is called, but it's like a stud that has a bar off to the side. They're incredibly useful for small builds like this. So you take one of those each, or take one and then put one on each side, just to kind of give it, because this is what it's going to be used for weapon mounts later on. Mine's pretty flimsy, and I might need to redesign that later, but you know, it's there now. Now we'll move on to legs next. So each leg is the same. Technically, you should kind of take that here. So you take these like mixel joints, one with a socket, one with a ball and a socket, then one with only a socket, and then you want them to be, I don't know what the term would be called, but they're not like lined up perfectly. They're not like this. They're like this. And it'll be mirrored for each side. So this is like the left side. This is the right side. And then for attaching feet, attach these horizontal clip pieces, which are incredibly useful for small builds like this as well. I mean, a lot of these smaller pieces are really good for this. And then feet. So for feet, here I'm gonna just show the other one real quick. This foot is comprised of a battle droid, Star Wars battle droid torso, one of those horizontal clips once more, then a 1x1 plate. And then this sloped like grill piece. I'm not sure what the part number is or what it's called, but it creates a very nice flat surface for the foot to lie upon. So yeah, then you simply attach the open bar on the bottom of the torso. That is crucial. You just do that right there, and you got a full leg. And it does look empty, and that's because this is only a frame. It's made to be kind of worked off of. So, if you want to add extra details, feel free. Which is actually the point of the block, but you know. So, you just kind of attach the socket part to the ball joints on the torso. And mess with it for a while to get it standing up straight. I'm great at this. I absolutely have tested this multiple times. Come on, you stupid thing. So one thing to keep in mind is that the clips, they need to be straight up. I mean, or you can modify it to be not, but you know. The torso should look like this by this point. And for me, I'm going to add this little heart light here onto the center. On these shark mechs, they kind of all have this little light on the center. So that's kind of like an actual crucial element of them. It can be in any color. I just use blue here because I like blue, or just I like that color of blue for lights and stuff because I have a lot of it and it looks cool. Then for weapon mounts, you want to take this like 90-degree bracket piece where it's a 1x2x2. I don't know what the piece is called, but it's a whole 90-degree bracket piece. Then 1x1 plate with a clip on it, then a 1x1 plate. Then you do that twice, but one's mirrored, so it's like kind of reversed, so that one can go on one side, one can go on the other, and it'll be symmetrical. And before you attach those, you need to attach some of these, some more Exoforce claws to the build itself to act as a mounting point for those mounts. I've said mount a lot in the last 30 or so seconds. So what we want to do is have the 1x1 plate facing backwards. It really is flimsy. You need to improve that design. Then just do it again on the other side, and boom, there's the frame. Finished. Or not. I forgot the shark. So you want to take the shark, and there's 2 studs up here. It's the only real attachment point for the shark. And once it's on, you take it, and you pull up the back here to where it's kind of hugging the tail, and boom, you have a shark mech now. Now this is the second version. I might make some more versions of it later. I still do have a bunch of the old version here, actually a half assembled version of the old version. And I will, and this is specifically one that I made for Gerald, which is the shark here. So I'll do a video on all of the actual original frames that I have. But yeah. Oh, also, it's bare bones because like it's supposed to be bare. You put like stuff on, like weapons and stuff on these, maybe some more armor on here. Just overall, go nuts. It is a frame. Feel free to do anything you want with it. Ciao.